Have you ever wondered why certain behaviors or thoughts seem to have a grip on you, almost as if they're operating on their own? This invisible force steering your actions and thoughts might just be what psychologists call a complex. A complex, in psychological terms, refers to a core pattern of emotions, memories, perceptions, and desires in the personal unconscious, organized around a common theme. Think of it like an invisible puppet master pulling your strings in very specific situations. Let's start with one of the most well-known psychological complexes, the Oedipus complex. Coined by Sigmund Freud, the Oedipus complex refers to a child's feelings of desire for their opposite-sex parent and rivalry with their same-sex parent. It's like a little boy who becomes jealous of his father's relationship with his mother, wanting to step into his father's shoes. Then there's the inferiority complex, popularized by Alfred Adler. This complex is all about feelings of inadequacy and often leads to overcompensation. Imagine someone who, feeling smaller, weaker, or less intelligent than their peers, pushes themselves to work harder, to be better, and to achieve more to make up for their perceived shortcomings. Another interesting complex to consider is the martyr complex. Individuals with a martyr complex often seek out suffering or persecution because they associate it with virtue or high moral standing. Picture someone who constantly sacrifices themselves for others, not necessarily out of pure altruism, but because they thrive on the sympathy and admiration it garners. The imposter syndrome, a more modern term, is another common psychological complex. It's the inner belief that you're not as competent as others perceive you to be. It's like a highly successful individual feeling like a fraud, constantly fearing that people will discover they're not as smart or talented as they appear. These complexes, while they may seem daunting, are a natural part of the human psyche. They're often born out of traumatic events or significant experiences in our past, shaping our behaviors, thoughts, and even our identities. But being aware of these complexes, understanding them, can help us navigate our lives more effectively. In summary, psychological complexes like the Oedipus complex, inferiority complex, martyr complex, and imposter syndrome are deeply ingrained patterns of thought and behavior that influence our actions and emotions. They're often rooted in past experiences and can have a powerful impact on our lives. Understanding these complexes not only provides insight into human behavior, but also offers a pathway to self-awareness and personal growth. And remember, the first step to overcoming these hidden puppet masters is recognizing their existence. So the next time you notice a peculiar pattern in your behavior, take a moment to ponder. Could it be a complex at work,